our generation is the best at avoiding boredom. We avoid boredom at all costs by using distractions, by always keeping our minds busy and overstimulated. But for some reason, we're still the most depressed, we're the most unhappy, the most unmotivated, and the most unproductive generation that ever have lived on Earth. Well, I think. Our focus is completely trash. Even now, you just watching this video, it's hard for you to focus because you're so used to those highly stimulating videos where everything is edited. Every 2 seconds, you have something popping up on the screen, and you're so used to like all those TikTok videos that you can't even focus on a video when I'm just talking with you. Focus, brother, okay? And it makes sense why we're so unhappy. Because to be happy, you need to be proud of yourself. To be proud of yourself, you need to do good habits. You need to be productive. And usually, good habits are the things that are hard to do. Because, as we know, as a rule of thumb, hard things is usually what is good for us. When you do easy things, it's usually bad for you. Like, just turn on the TV and watching Netflix is easy. It's not really good for you. Going to the gym takes effort, but it's good for you. So, to be productive, to do those good habits, you need to be first motivated, then you need to take action, and plus, you need to be able to focus. You need to be able to focus. So, how do you improve your focus? Well, you use boredom to your advantage. Because boredom gets a bad rep. And to be honest, boredom is your biggest ally. Boredom is your friend. Boredom is going to help you. You need to start seeing boredom as something good, as something that will make you more productive. Example, if you play video games, I know a lot of guys play video games, right? So you probably tried that. You play video games and then you try to do your homework. It's not gonna work. Like, you're not able to focus on your homework after playing video games. And it makes sense. You're doing this highly stimulating thing, which is playing video games, and then you're trying to do your homework. Of course, you're not going to be able to focus. Of course, you're going to be unmotivated. It's normal. So, what's the solution? Well, what's the solution to that is before you do your homework, don't play video games. Just sit in your room. Even though you don't want to do your homework for now, like you really don't want to do your homework, what you do, you just sit at your desk and you stare at the wall. At some point, after like 10 minutes of just staring at the wall, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm kind of motivated to do my homework now. It's kind of boring, like just staring at the wall. I'm gonna start doing my homework. But you have to be strict with yourself. You actually, for this technique, you actually need to just, there's something you want to do that is hard. What you do is you sit down and you tell yourself that I'm not gonna do anything until I do my task. So, homework. You say to yourself, I'm not gonna watch Netflix, I'm not gonna play video games until I do my homework. So if you don't want to do your homework, the only option that you have is just sit there and do nothing. And trust me, after like 10 minutes of just sitting there and doing nothing, you will be motivated to do your homework. Another example is watching a movie. You watch a movie, you're watching Netflix before going to the gym. Of course, it's going to be hard for you to press pause on the movie and go to the gym. Or if you're watching a series, you will watch one episode, second episode, and you're gonna be like, okay, after the third one, I'm gonna go to the gym. But then you watch the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, and you never end up going to the gym. Of course, you're not gonna be motivated to go to the gym if you just sat down before and watched Netflix. Like, this is overstimulation before doing a hard task. Of course, it's gonna be hard. So what do? You do the same thing. You don't do this highly stimulating thing before doing a hard task. So, to wrap up, what's the action that you can take by using boredom to be more productive and be able to focus better? What you do is, first thing, you don't overstimulate yourself before doing hard tasks. That's the first thing. Second thing, you can bore yourself before doing a task. Like I said, you stare at a wall. Because again, if you just bore yourself for like 10 minutes, at some point, the homework, the book you want to read, will look really interesting. After 10 minutes of doing nothing and just staring at the wall, just open up your homework or your book is going to be really, really fun to do. Trust me. Even if you like really don't want to do your homework, really don't want to do your homework, just sit for 10 minutes staring at the wall. You will want to do your homework after. You will be so motivated to do your homework. It's going to be so weird, but it works. Trust me, it works. Another thing you can do is you train yourself to be bored. You allow yourself to be bored. And this can be done by simple things. You go to the gym without listening to music. You take a shower without listening to music. Yes, it's going to be more boring, but by boring yourself, again, you unlock this motivation for your next task. This boredom that you artificially make for yourself will help you focus on the next task that you have to do. Another thing you can do is if every time you're eating, you're watching a movie, well, you don't watch a movie while you're eating. This time, you do not watch a movie while you're eating. So, again, you purposely bore yourself. If you know that you need to do something afterwards that is hard, you bore yourself before doing that hard task and it's going to help you to focus. So, just train yourself. Train yourself at just boring yourself out, okay? So it doesn't sound appealing, but trust me, when you bore yourself, you'll be surprised how productive you will become. Trust me, you'll become so productive because those tasks that usually seem really not fun to do, well, now because you bored yourself, those tasks that are really crucial that you need to do but seem not really nice, well, when you bore yourself out, those tasks will seem amazing to you. You will, you will get pleasure doing them. Sounds stupid, but you will get pleasure. The same task. So, example, reading a book. It's the same thing, reading a book, but depending on what you do before you read the book, it will affect how you will be able to focus on the book and how much you will enjoy the book. So if you played video games before reading the book will seem boring. It would just seem boring compared to the highly stimulated thing that you did just before, which is video games. However, if before the book you go to the gym or you go on a walk outside or you stare at the wall for 10 minutes, the book that you're going to pick up and read will be really, really interesting for you. And you will focus amazingly on the book. So try it out. Try it out and let me know how it goes. All right. Peace out, brothers.